Man, what's going on? What is going on? It's your boy Brandon Cordovis, real estate agent with Keller Williams. Now, production is going up. Now, we are not talking about that though. We are on to chapter 1104 in One Piece. And in this chapter, we do have a great beginning into what is to come with the ending of Egghead. So we are getting almost what I feel like is the conclusion, but really the final moment of Egghead. We are going into starting what I believe in 1105. We're going to get, I think, a switch up. This is just my prediction. We're going to start seeing other things that, like how we saw with Sabo or with Shanks or with anybody like that. Now looking at it, um, we're going back to Kuma and we're going back to the fight, and we're seeing Sanji's able to move, and we still don't really understand where Luffy's at. We do see Kizaru shoot his laser beam at Frankie. Now that's gonna be a great battle, and we do understand the dynamics of, man, like so much has been going on. There's so many deep underlining details how Cyborg Frankie, Sanji, the scientist with Saturn, the scientist Vegapunk, and then Frankie being having the powers much of Kizaru, and so many similarities. So Egghead is really a huge arc for Oda because you can see a lot of creation. Actually, I feel like stems from Egghead Island, stems from Dr. Vegapunk, stems from Saturn. So much going on in it, and so much emphasis into good and bad, and how the bad think that they just have that ability, they have that power, and how the good feel that there is no power in that, and you should die, honestly. So yeah, basically let's cut into the chapter. So Kuma, throwing off the punch. I feel like this had to be a greater punch, build up to that punch, than anything that we've seen in One Piece so far. And that's what I mean. Like, this is, we're getting to a point where now everything in this story that Oda draws up, that he does, it's gonna have so much more of an impact because of all the build-up since chapter one. All the build-up since the lore drops. You know what I'm saying? So now we get to a part where every single word and every single piece, every single drawing means that much more. And Bonnie being squeezed to death by the spider Saturn is insane, because she's a 12-year-old little girl. And then to see how it all makes sense with Kuma, the father of Bonnie, flying out of nowhere in a drop of a dime to save her. And this is going to be something that when it hits the anime, and we see this punch in anime, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be off the walls. Something that, I mean, a lot of people are gonna be scratching their heads, crying, wiping tears from, because they don't know what is better. There's nothing to compare in One Piece, like the stories in each arc, and then the overall story of One Piece. Um, Shanks has such a monumental role, and we're at a point where we're talking about something, just one piece of the story being so huge and so monumental. But we know that Shanks's father is still out there, Emu's still out there, Luffy is still out there with Luffy's father. You know what I'm saying? So, like, so many other pieces, man, so many crazy pieces to still be played. Still some unknown characters in the story, and just the unknown plot, which gives the readers and everybody something to think about forever, really. So I will say, concluding this chapter, moving to the next chapter, my hopes and expectations are that we divert and we continue to grow hungry for what's to come in Egghead. If not, it's okay. We can continue this arc. But if we, divert to somewhere else, I'd like to see where Sabo's at and Dragon. I'd like to see where the Revolutionary Army in general is. And then I would like to see Law and Kid, maybe a small update on them and the islands that they're at, if that's possible. If not, then by all means, we keep going with this grade A, 100% chapter. This is last chapter review. I'd have to say it's a 10 out of 10. The plot moved well, the character development moved well, and then yeah, Oda's drawing is great. Didn't think it was lacking in any bit. So I have to thank you guys for just taking a moment to hear me out on that. Now I am gonna point out my favorite part in the chapter. I feel like that's right. So I'm gonna scroll through the pages of the chapter and then I'll tell you. So title cover, that's a great one. I love how Sanji's there with the Big Mom look-alike cake and the rats, being there. Yeah, so the flashback, I love the flashback. I love seeing Saturn's face as he gets punched. Now, Kuma having that cyborg type of face, while Bonnie hugs him, is very monumental as well. That's like a statue photo. And then, Kizaru, do I think he's going to switch up or not? I think he is. He should have brought darker shades, like he said, right? So, yeah, the last words in this chapter: those who have awakened an ancient god, this island is full of inconvenient people who must be eradicated. Yeah, so they're trying to do a whole Buster call, having Robin be in 3 Buster calls now. So I think it's something that Robin is like, yeah, definitely gonna look back on and reflect and be like, hell yeah, dude, like I was part of World War One, 2, and 3. No, nothing like that. But it's similar aspects. So I just have to pay my respect to her, pay respect to just everything that the Straw Hats are building up on their resume. If you think about it, they are literally building up a very fat resume for Emu to look at and possibly hire. Nah, but no, thank you for going ahead and just taking a moment to listen to this video, tap into it, give a like, follow, or subscribe, whatever, turn on the notifications, and hit me up if anything, because I am a real estate agent. And if you guys need anything, if you're out of the state, I'm in Florida, so if you're out of the state of Florida, just hit me up, and I don't mind helping y'all out whenever the case needs be. So hope y'all have a great day. Look forward to talking to y'all. Just comment down below if anything, man. Have a great day, y'all.